check. 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Come on. That's right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy, fix it for your boy. Drop it for your wah 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 for your lift it up, Then it bust it open, lift it up, yeah. Come on, lift it up, Then it bust it open for your B-O-Y. For your rockin' for your lift it up, baby. Mix it with your bossa now.
Come on, blaze up. You know.
Drop me a nasty beat.
What's going on, y'all? Hey, y'all. What's going on? Hey, y'all. Welcome on in. Like the video, please. And thank you. Please like the video. If you're new to the dollhouse, welcome to the dollhouse. We only require one thing. You ring the doorbell. You don't just walk in. That means just like the video. If you're a returning dollar, Dawn, welcome back. What's going on, all y'all? What's going on, Zach? What's going on? What's up? We got a little stuff to talk about, you guys. If you're looking for Rumble Gang tonight, I'm tired. I'm going to take the Rumble Gang night off tonight. I ain't going to lie. I'm tired. Okay? So we're going to come back next week with Rumble Gang, girl. And I got to give y'all love and hip hop when I get off here. It's already recorded. I just have to edit it. So with that being said, you guys, shout out to everybody in the building. Okay, shout out to everybody in the building. Hey, Kamika, what's going on? So listen, like the video if you haven't already. We have a show to discuss. We're going to talk about Oprah on the DI's list because she sprung her ankle. And then we got Dababy, the lawsuit. Remember Danny Lay brother tried to check him and got beat up? Yeah, we got to talk about that lawsuit. Ashanti gave birth. Yes, she did. Her husband was in the prison because he want to be rolling, if you get it. But nevertheless, she gave birth and she came on to tell us. Jennifer Williams, I did a video on the thing with Carlos, but I want to go over a couple things that I didn't hit in the video. Larry Sanders, that's the big three player who girlfriend came on him and said and showed us video of him punching her in the face. And she was saying, you hit me. And I don't mean to mock her, but I'm going to mock her because y'all didn't see the follow-up video she made. We'll get into that. And listen, at this point in time, they're making it bad on victims who really need help. But we'll get into it because I don't want to jump the gun. Because at this point, I'm like, between Kiki, then her, all in the last 3-4 days, a week, girl, I'm going to start minding my business at this point. Until real victims come forward and really look for help, I'm about to start minding my business because I'm tired of y'all making a fool out of me. You made a fool of me. Tell me why. I'm tired. Y'all remember that from basketball, Love and Basketball? But anyways, girl, we got some things to discuss. Let's start with Kirk and Rashida. Kirk and Rashida. Now, I will be discussing them later on this evening. I forgot to put them in the docket, but I just want to show y'all something, y'all, because, you know, at some point in time, you got to start saying maybe, just maybe, the conspiracy theorists are onto something. Now, I've been telling y'all for scolds and blows that these people who be giving their churn up to this industry be weird. I've been telling y'all that, but y'all ain't won't hear it. Y'all ain't won't hear it. Now, I put this in the video, but we're going to talk about it out of the context I had it in the video. Now, Rasheeda's mama, Shirlene, what's her name, girl? I don't even know her name. I feel like her name's Shirlene. She grinding all up on Kirk. And everybody think this is funny. This is a joke. Even Rasheeda, look.
My leg.
Come on. She mama be wanting to sit between my legs trying to see if she can feel something.
Let's stop right there. Rasheeda and Kirk been married for 48 years. 48. I don't even care if they was married for 5 minutes. Who mama does this? Whose mama does this and whose husband turns around and says, oh, she be trying to sit between my legs so she can see if she can feel something. Somebody with an Adam's apple as big as a peen. That's who. That's who. Disgusting, filthy. Now I'm thinking back to when Mama D pulled that hay out of her bag at press and put it on the floor, remember? And she said, here, this for you to sit on because you hatched a rotten egg or something like that. She wasn't lying because the mom is slow as Rasheeda. And Kirk is probably the only sane one here taking advantage of slowness. That's what it's given to me. We all know Kirk can't keep it in his pants, so it would make sense why her mom will feel comfortable with playing with her husband like that. It's given, did you run over the bikes because you was mad? Are they sharing a man? Did they share a man? Was he messing with Miss Shirlene first and then took her child? All of these things are plausible. I'm not saying they are what they are, but what I'm saying is all of these things are possible. See, what y'all gonna stop doing is making it seem to me like I'm the one tripping. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm giving you the real deal. This right here screams anything is possible. So now he makes an inappropriate comment. The mama, instead of saying, boy, don't play with me like that, she goes to grind some more, and Rasheeda laughs because she's so used to sharing her man. Y'all check this out. This is ridiculous. Let me back it up a little bit.
Trying to see if she can feel something. You is too old.
Don't even go there.
Carter, get your grandma.
I bet you can.
This the part y'all miss. Not only did he open his legs for her to get in there, he was prepping it. Look. Then he laid back so she can get on it. Wait, then he laid back and grabbed the small of her back. Look. He laid back and grabbed the small of her bike so she can get a good grip. Check it out. Look.
Carter, get your grandma.
I bet you can.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the slowest, dumbest, silliest girl of them all? This one. But I knew it. I've been knew it when she was going against K. Michelle about being abused by myth hits. Heavy on the hits, light on the myth. Okay? All because Toya was her friend. Then we had to go back and see him on doggone Celebrity Marriage Boot Camp throwing salads and apple trays and all of that. And Toya sitting there looking like, I can't believe he did that. Why you can't believe it? He was sassier than you, Toya. But this was the gag. The only reason Rasheeda didn't believe that that girl really was abused by myth hits was because Toya was her friend. That right there told me everything I needed to know. And let me also say this. Rasheeda she's reaping what she has sown. All of the heartache and pain that Negro sent her through, she deserved it. I deserve. Now, like I said, Rasheeda got to be the slowest woman on TV, period. And I'm talking about, I don't care if they got a woman on TV who man had 50, 11 kids, Kendra. I don't care. Rasheeda has to be the slowest woman on TV of all races, of all creeds, girl, backgrounds, ethnicities, the slowest one on TV. Because why is this even funny? Is this like a laugh of I'm embarrassed or I'm nervous, so let me just laugh? Like, what is going on? But this is the woman who raised her, grinding on her husband of 45 years. Look.
The mama be wanting to sit between my legs trying to see if she can feel something. You is too old.
Don't even go there.
Potter, get your grandma.
I bet you did.
It's giving, that is big. We gotta share it. It's giving, can I get a little piece? He for both of us. He for both of us. I let you have them. And I can take them back whenever I want. And look at her, so scared he gonna leave her for anybody. Carmen San Diego looking at his home. Girl, anyways, I just wanted to bring that up there about Rasheeda. She's trending, not because of anything positive, not because Frost Bistro, not because pressed, not because T-Moo pressed, none of that. Simply because she's slow as a turtle and slippery as a sloth. Do you get it? Now, let's move on. I just wanted to bring that part out to you. I know I didn't put her in the title. I'll update the title and put her on there. But that was ridiculous to me. Now, let's move on. Now we got to get in Oprah. Girl, Oprah said she was on the way to glory, girl. Did y'all see that? Oprah says she was on her way to glory. Now, you would think, oh my God, did she have a heart attack? Did she have a stroke? No, the bitch had knee surgery. Let's get into it. Now let me say this before we get into Oprah with this craziness. Oprah, if you gonna sit up here and tell us you on your way out, just go quietly, please. Oprah, only old black women care about you, girl. We don't care. We the people of the new age don't give a damn. Please, just leave quietly. You ain't got no churn, and we don't know who all the money gonna go to. So at this point, Oprah, leave us out of the group chat, girl. We don't care. Just leave quietly, Harpo. Okay? And somebody asked recently, they was like, Oprah been quiet. Yay. She been quiet, all right. She about to be permanently quiet. Oprah, just go quietly. Look what Oprah say, girl. Oprah says, Oprah reveals that knee surgery caused her to have peace with knowing there isn't much time left. For her to live, there's a sense of urgency for me about living. Okay? Listen, neighbors, Oprah is opening up about what it feels like to be aging. During an appearance on the Today Show, the media mogul revealed that she has peace knowing there isn't as much time left. There is a sense of knowing that there isn't much time left, and I'm at peace with knowing that. She explained, there's a sense of urgency for me about living well. Oprah went on to say that it was knee surgery she had back in 2021 that inspired her current perspective on life. I had been becoming more and more debilitated to the point where it was hard to walk down even 2 steps just to get in the car, she explained. When I finally went to the knee doctor and said, I don't know, is it time? Girl, who goes to the knee doctor to see is it time? Oprah. Did you have a scissoring accident? Let me stop. Let me finish reading, then I'm gonna go. He goes, it's time if you want to continue walking. You like walking? It's time. Oprah says she has no fear of getting older and is enjoying living in the present. I think I just have aged into a form of myself that is wiser, that is certainly stronger, that is more vibrant and aware and conscious than I would have ever been. She said, I don't feel that my edges are softening. What? I don't even know what this means. Listen, Oprah done been on that Ozempic And that Ozempic has been they had that heifer in the hospital talking about, oh, she just had a stomach virus, although she was in ICU. Oprah, listen to me. We don't care, Fag. I ain't even gonna lie. We don't care. As a matter of fact, you've done more harm to the Negro community than good. The only thing good we got out of you is your character, Sophia. Other than that, you've done nothing for us. I remember back in the 90s, in the late 80s, when you was giving out cards, it was nothing but clear women in the audience. So I really don't care. You talk down on black people. You always find a way to get your best friend to degrade them. Oprah, just go in peace. How about that? How about that? You have done nothing for black women, black community, black nothing. Every time you gave away something on your show, it was to the clears. That's why the clear women adore Oprah. She's their pet Negro. Do you hear me? And don't be mistaken. That Ozempic got to your kneecaps, and you had to go down to the doctor and see if he can give you a new one. That's what that was all about, allegedly. Okay? Okay? You have never worked out your whole life. You went from what's that? Not Slim Fast, Jenny Craig. Remember she used to do the Jenny Craig diet? Jenny Craig, Slim Fast, girl, you done did every get skinny quick scheme, right? While covering for PDF files, right? Downing black people, taking jobs, acting jobs from black people, because I didn't forget the role in the butler you stole from another black woman because you knew Lee Daniels. Even though Monique get on my nerves and she's a horrible mother, y'all did her wrong. Oprah, just go. We're not even gonna throw a funeral. I'm telling you, down at the dollhouse, we're gonna have a moment of silence and we're gonna move on. Just going on, girl. Just going on. Maybe she'll leave all her money to Gail. Just go, girl. Just go. Go. We don't need you here. You've never done anything for us, so why do we care? Go to the View or something and tell that to them people. Maybe some of them old clear women in the audience might care. Girl, we don't give a damn about you, Oprah. Not to mention, I saw you over there buying all that land up in Hawaii from them colonizers who stole it anyway. Don't let that go over your head. Don't let that go over your head. I saw you in The Rock Johnson over there buying up all that land that y'all stole from them colonizers who stole it from somebody from the original people. And then y'all got on the TV and told us to donate to the wildfires. Girl, you could wildfire the crack of my ass. Girl, please. Oprah, please. Somebody just said something about the school in Africa. They said them children, allegedly. I didn't say it. This is what they said. But they said that you was around there trafficking them girls, and them doggone little girls was coming up missing, pregnant, all types of stuff. Oprah, you are a sore to the community, and we at this point, we champion the idea of you just going on pulling your own plug. I mean, what else do you want me to say? Okay? You are not one of us. I don't care if you is Acorn or not. You are not one of us. So we personally don't care. We will celebrate. We celebrated O.J. Simpson more than we will ever celebrate you. Get your ugly ass up off of my screen. Bye, Oprah. Go in peace. And I hope Gail go into a depression and never come out of it. And she go right behind you. Because both of you bitches ain't worth 2 nickels rubbed together on concrete. Okay? Now, let's move on. Let's move on. Who else we got? Let's go get the baby girl. So y'all remember when the baby had what's Danny Lay on there? And she was saying, yellow bone is what he want. And he want it on his thumb. Yellow bone, what he want. Y'all remember he was saying that? And I'm saying, yellow bone is what he want, huh? I ain't seen the first baby mama, but I'll be damned. That child looked like that didn't come from no yellow bone. But, Danny Lay, got into her colonizing conquistador bag and was over there hollering, yellow bone is what he want. And then remember, after she did all of that, made the video and all of that, he literally got online and was like, girl, I don't even like you, bitch. Quiet as it's kept. I was just playing with you on the side. You just happened to get pregnant. Bitch, I never was with you. I never cared about you, bitch. I don't care about your mom, your paw, or your greedy grandma, bitch. Yeah, I don't care. Mind you, she was using the word yellow bone or the term yellow bone out of context because, bitch, you are a part of the milk community. Yellow bone is a light-skinned black woman. That ain't a light-skinned black woman. Y'all better stop letting these conquistadors and these colonizers play in y'all face, okay? So anyways, she came out and said yellow bone was what he want, and it turns out he didn't want everything to do with you or the yellow bone. He barely wanted something to do with the baby girl. So anyways, the brother decides he was going to check the baby. Now, see, he's a conquistador, so he's not too familiar with Negro culture, right? And what happened was in Negro culture, see, the way we work is we don't like feeling plea. Black folk, we are very emotional people. We are a very extremely emotional people. We don't like feeling played, girl. The worst thing you could do is make us feel played. You know what I mean? So when the brother called himself going online saying, yeah, when I see you, you're going to have to see me about that. And he went up to the baby down at the bowling alley. Girl, tell me why he got his ass whipped. As he should. As he should. The brother got his ass whipped down at the bowling alley, girl. Okay? And now he wants to sue the baby. First of all, you can't go online talking about some, when I see you is up, and then when you see me, I get beat up. Come on now. Come on now. He was just bagging on your sister, girl. He didn't care nothing about your sister. Why would he care? She was one of a million, girl. So anyway, he ran up on the boy and got beat up. Okay. Let's get into what the baby had to say about the situation before he ran across his brother. Hold on. So y'all can see it. Let's get into the baby and his side of the story as it pertains to Danny Lay and all of this. This is all, y'all. Check it out.
I feel like that's a bad move. I also feel like it's a green move for, your label to have you drop the interview the same time you dropping a new song. I feel like y'all kind of showing y'all hand. I feel like y'all should have put that together better. I also feel like, before we got on your brother, you were just at the London with me that whole week getting busy. And I also feel like you should tell them folks the real reason why I put you out is because you were stalking my other baby mama, and that's affecting, my relationship with my princess, my big girl. I feel like that's a bad move.
Now, outside of the baby having a face built like a Chrysler 300, what he was saying was, listen, I feel like you was very calculated putting out this tea when you about to put out this album now, girl. And then on top of that, before I slid on your brother, you need to tell them the real reason why I put you out, girl. Did put you out because you was interfering with the relationship with my first baby mama. And I see Danny Lay is the girl who was over there saying, yellow bonus, what he want, type tease. So she thought that she had the upper hand. You know how Erica Mena and J-Lo, not J-Lo, who's the other girl, Evelyn Lozai and them, how they feel like they automatically got the upper hand because they got the good hair in the light skins and all of that. But it just so happened the baby wasn't playing about his first baby. Or my baby mama for that matter. So he put your ass out. Okay? And this caused her brother, like I said, to feel played. Okay? So Let's go get the article of the brother feeling like, I don't want to show the fight, girl. I will show the fight. Look at what, remember, y'all remember this? Let's give y'all some context of him going in on her. Look.
My side bitch, shawty is a certified side girl. Ain't never been my girl. Is my side bitch.
It's your what?
No, my side bitch. Shawty is a certified side bitch.
It's fucking embarrassing me like that.
Shawty is a certified side bitch. Just trying to act like she ain't. No, let's take it there. Her parents know she my side bitch. Everybody knows she's a side bitch. She don't want y'all to know she's a side bitch. She got to save her face. She got to crash all the way out. Call them folks. Save me. Help. You see how Shawty went storming off when that truth came out. Listen, so let me finish telling y'all what I'm telling y'all. Miss me with all that. I'm not going. I had to show y'all I'm not going. Shawty crazy. I'm not gonna be the one to play that game, you see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take care of them kids. And if this will come with it, this will come with it. But Shawty being obsessed with my other baby mama, stalking my first baby mama, goddamn, interfering with the way, you know what I'm saying? I'm raising my child, my oldest child, like, that shit burned out, you know? I'm a grown man with standards, you know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man with standards. And regardless of.
So here's just the inside look of the baby telling us that she's a stalker, she's weird, and actually Yellowbone is not indeed what he wanted, okay? Now, he said you was a side chick, your mom knew it, your pa knew it, your brother knew it, everybody knew it. Why is you over here acting crazy? Is what he trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess we can get to this one too then. Shoot, since we here.
It's always gonna make their own story up, whatever. I ain't never addressed nothing before because I always was like, nah, let me not talk to the internet because the internet is always gonna make their own story up, whatever they gonna grab a little piece and put whatever story they want together. But nah, how I've been living here for the past 3 months at his house, at his penthouse, back and forth, here and there, since my baby was born. And then all of a sudden, I cook tonight. He want to come to the crib. I am sleeping in his bed, talking about, you need to go. You mean I need to go to a 5-star hotel, do it. Nobody leaving. And of course, it escalated. I want to put up a statement talking about, oh, it saddens me that I have a queen to raise you. You ain't even been here this whole time that I've had this child. You want to give cute little conversations talking about
Yeah, that was Danny. Stressed and lost and turned out. Okay. Nevertheless, the brother stepped in to defend his sister's honor, even though she was a slut. And he ended up getting his ass whooped down at the bowling alley. I can't play that part because I don't want them people to come back and try to drag me down to the ground or whatever the case may be on the YouTube people. But the brother tried to step in for his sister, and it didn't quite pan out the way that he thought it was going to pan out. Okay? So, he now is suing the baby off the pretenses of, listen, you beat me up. Even though I went online and said I was going to beat you up first, you still is a celebrity. You don't get to beat me up. How dare you? Type T's. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. See, he got what he deserved, but they don't know how Negroes in America work. We very emotional creatures. One thing we don't like is feeling played. And you played on him and he beat you up. Not to mention, he's already unalive a man in Walmart, self-defense, but still, the baby is not one of them dudes, bro. Listen, it says, woo, the baby's Danny Lee's brother reportedly reveals how much he's seeking from the baby in his bowling alley brawl lawsuit. This the brother. Now, first of all, just off the pictures, and I know you're not supposed to judge a picture, a photo by his looks, but even one-on-one, I don't see Danny Lay brother, unless this nigga like an MMA fighter or a boxer, if I had to choose just looking, I'm gonna say I'm putting my money on Dababy. I'm putting my money on Dababy. And I get they jumped him, but listen, because it was Dababy and his crew. Mind you, he confronted them after being online. Nigga said not with that curl pattern. That's what I'm saying, right? It's the curl. Maybe that's what it was, and I didn't understand. The curl pattern didn't give me. I put my money on him. But look, he went online and said, when I see you, it's up. I'm gonna whip you. I'm gonna pop you. And he decided to go into the bowling alley and confront Dababy. They supposed to jump him. They supposed to jump him. He's supposed to get jumped. You don't get to go online and say what you're going to do to somebody. You got to get jumped. Now, however it go after that, it is what it is. Right? He was talking cash money shit naive, wasn't he? He was talking all that big stuff. If you know you can't fight, hush that mouth. Exactly. He was, because when I see him, I'm a blah, 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 blah. Well, there you go. There you go. So look, let's get into how much he's asking for. After he asked for the ass whipping. More than 2 years after the bowling alley brawl took over the internet, Danny Lee's brother is still trying to get his lick back, not physically. Brandon Bills has reportedly filed an update his lawsuit against Dababy, revealing how much money he's seeking. Here's the update on Brandon Bills' lawsuit against Dababy. Note that this isn't the first we've heard of Danny Lay's brother suing the father of his niece. Bills filed a civil lawsuit against the rapper the same month as the February 2022 brawl. At the time, TMZ exclusively reported that Bills claimed to suffer physical and psychological damage, but the outlet didn't specify the amount of money Brandon was seeking. Now, In Touch Weekly reportedly obtained court documents that explain Brandon's $4 million request. Apparently, he wants $2 million in damages and another $2 million in special damages. He is insisting that he suffered severe injury, psychological damage, and medical bills after the fight, per In Touch. Additionally, Bills maintains Dababy attacked him at the Southern California establishment for no reason. Nah, conquistador. You went online and said you was gonna beat that man up, and when they saw you, that's what happened. You get it? Danny Lay's brother has reportedly struggled with serving the rapper the lawsuit. According to Radar Online, in April, he petitioned the court to allow him to post an advertisement in a local newspaper as a way to inform Dababy of the lawsuit. This was meant to be an alternative to personally serving Dababy with the lawsuit after failed attempts. Radar reported that Brandon Bills has been trying to serve Dababy since July 2023. Dababy reportedly hiring a process server trying addresses in North Carolina and California and hiring private investigators. The lawsuit still hasn't ended up in Baby's hands. According to In Touch Weekly's update, a judge has now signed off on Brandon's request to take out a local newspaper ad. The Shade Room contacted Brandon Bills for a comment on this report update, but has yet to hear back. Additionally, Dababy has not publicly responded to the pending lawsuit, as he should not. Let me just say this, y'all. You know, before the internet was a thing, remember back in the days, you can't be somewhere saying what you're going to do to somebody when you see him back then. Back then, because you're going to see him. You're going to run into him, right? And when you ran into that person, nobody felt sorry for you because you said when you see that person, it's up. Remember? But now, since social media has given people this fake shield, because it's not real. That's why a lot of people get popped off of social media, because they think that this computer right here is a protector. That don't go like that. Okay? So you don't get to go online and make threats, regardless of if they justified or not. You don't get to go online and make threats about what you gonna do to somebody and know that, look, two mountains may never meet, but two people will. You gonna run into this person at some point. That's what be driving me with these Twitter finger peoples. Y'all just be, I'm talking about the Twitter finger people. They just be like, a nigga can't never run up into you. Like, come on, man. So now you want to sue because you said what you was going to do to the baby. Rather, they attack you first and you attack them. The threat was already made via social media, baby. It's up after that. I'm not about to wait for you to come and get me. You already said what you're going to do when you see me. I'm scared. And the baby, if I was you, that's all you got to say, Fat. Get you a lawyer and tell your lawyer you was scared for your life. That boy had said he was gonna pop you upside the head. Say he was with the Latin Kings on one of them Hispanic games. The ones that be calling people vatos and stuff. Go say you was scared, you ain't know what was going on. So you know, woo de woo de woo. And that's just that. But he got what he deserves. Danny Lay got what she deserves. I don't give a damn about her being a baby mama, single, and not having a relationship. Bitch, it's too many black women out here that don't have that. I don't have the capacity or the care for anybody outside of Acorn. Hence the earrings. I don't care. You was on here saying, yellow bonus, what he want? Yellow bonus, what he want? Turns out he loves him a good chocolate cake. You get it? Devil's food. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, the baby brother, go lay down. Please, just go lay down. Just please go lay down. Let's move on. You got what you deserve. If actually he should have beat you up twice. Because you're not going to go online and say what you're going to do to me. And then I happen to run up on you and you online, say you done said all of this stuff online. And then when I run up on you and pop you upside your head, now you the victim. That don't go like that. Mm-mm. That don't go like that. That's not how that go. That don't go like that. It's up. In my Kanye voice. It's up. You already said what you was going to do. It's up now. Okay? Let's move on to Ashanti, girl. Y'all, Ashanti had a baby while Nelly was getting locked up in prison because he want to roll off X. She was giving birth, girl. Look at Ashanti said, girl. Hold on. Let's get Shani up here. Let's get Shani up here. Let's get Shani up here, girl. Congratulations goes out in order to Ashanti. Check it out.
4 weeks postpartum, you have no idea what this body can do. 4 weeks postpartum, you have no idea what this body can do.
Congratulations are in order for Ashanti. Her new husband was rolling, probably out looking for a prostitute. Allegedly, maybe, possibly. And she was in the hospital, legs up in the stirrups, ready to shit a baby out. And he was over there doing God knows what. But Ashanti has waited all her days to come on back and have a baby and a husband. Girl, let me tell you something. Now, I got married young. Shout out to me. So I don't have to worry about, this one day when I get married. But let me say something. Bitch, let me tell you something. If I waited till I was 40 plus years old to finally have my dream, my husband and my child, and right when I'm getting ready to shit my baby out, this nigga go to jail, prison, because you want to be out at 3, 4 in the morning looking for X or own X or whatever. Bitch, throw the whole dream away. Throw the whole dream away. I don't want it no more. Me and my baby will just hightail it up out of there. Do you hear me? Throw the whole, I didn't even know they still make X pills. Girl, X pills was 99, 2000. 2001, maybe all the way up to about 5, 6. So Future came out and talking about Percocets. Girl, that's an old drug. Where is they finding them at? Where they finding them drugs at, girl? X? Congratulations on the order for Ashanti. Let's get into what she had to say. It says, neighbors, congrats on the order for Ashanti and Nelly. They have welcomed their first child, Kareem Kincaid Hayes together on July 18, 2024. Let me ask the people from up north. Typically the Negroes in New York and all of that, Philly. Y'all like that name Kareem, huh? Y'all love a good Hotep name. Kareem. Khadijah. You know what is up with y'all in them Hotep names up there? Y'all don't give regular names. Keisha, Kima, Pam. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like to go all nigga. You know what I'm saying? All African nigga. What's the baby name? Kareem Akbar, the educated brother from the bank. Girl, please. New York, Philly, Jersey, all of y'all got to stop. Let's give these children real regular names. Them children can't even spell Khadijah in 3rd grade. I wonder how, listen, y'all got to stop. Them children can't spell that. You done put 12,000 letters in them children name because you wanted to sound like you a 5%er. Oh, what's your little boy name? Kareem, Kincaid, Khadijah, Blackfoot. What? Leave them children alone. Leave them children alone. Give them children regular names. Okay, I just had to stop right there. Kareem Kincaid. Cute name, though. Probably a very cute baby. Okay? Kareem Kincaid Hayes. Okay, as previously reported, baby KK, that's a boy? She had a little boy or a little girl? Nevertheless, was born July 18th. The reps for Ashanti and Nelly confirmed with people in a statement saying the proud parents are so in love with baby KK. KK better be a little girl. I don't know no little boy's name, no KK. Earlier today, Ashanti took to her Instagram to flaunt her 4-week postpartum body and thank her body for giving birth to her baby. She also expressed gratitude, seeing that she has been waiting to be a mom for a very long time. Congratulations, girl. It ain't all it's cracked up to be. This is very exciting for the couple because if you don't recall, they married back in December 2023, according to documents obtained by TMZ News or TMZ. Now, this will be Nelly's 3rd child and Ashanti's 1st, but they're going to treat it like it's his 1st. Neighbors, I love this for Ashanti and Nelly. Congrats to them. I don't love this for both of them. I only love this for her. I got to be honest. I don't love this for both of them, and let me tell you why. I love it for Ashanti. She actually did it the right way, according to what we were taught as kids. You're supposed to wait till you get married, which the numbers ain't numbering, Ashanti. That was an out of wedlock wedding. I mean, baby, but that's all right. Okay? So, Ashanti did the right thing. She had a career. She's at a point in her life where she can really be patient with a baby. You know, I had my baby at 19, girl. I ain't have no patience. None. Oh, they say it's a little boy. Well, why they calling him baby KK? I don't like that. It's giving, let's move on. But anyways, she did the right thing. She just chose the wrong nigga. Does that make sense? But when it pertains to Nelly, this ain't his first rodeo. It's actually his 3rd. And I know how black people is. When y'all get with a nigga, he can have 12 children before yours. Soon as you have yours, y'all gonna start taking pictures and all of that like he ain't never had no children. Y'all know how it go. And I feel like Nelly is not gonna cherish this as much as Ashanti because this is not his first rodeo. So I don't want to congratulate Nelly. This is another baby to Nelly. Nelly got bigger fish to fry. He around here trying to find some more ex, allegedly. I don't feel like congratulations are in order for Nelly. They say it's his fault. I heard that too, Abundance. I heard that too. Girl, it's just like, only congratulations to Ashanti? But I have to say, girl, you waited a long time to fuck up. Because, girl, this mistake you made with this nigga, this the nigga you supposed to pick at 20 and 30. Not 45, fat. I just had to say that part. He's a grandfather. Let's move on. Congratulations are in order to Ashanti, girl. Shiny, congratulations. You got a village around you and you old, so you're going to be very patient with this baby. You're not going to sit up there and be tired when the baby get to crying and all of that. You're going to run to the crib when your baby get to crying. Matter of fact, Ashanti going to be the type of mama, she ain't going to put her baby in the crib. Her baby going to sleep with her. She's going to be very nurturing to the baby because she got more patience. She's been through the world, and she's waited all her life for this. So Shiny is going to be lit, but this nigga here, that's a whole other story. Let's move on. Larry Sanders, let's go get him. Let's go get Larry Sanders. Now, Larry Sanders is a guy who played in the Big Three. That's Ice Cube's league. I don't know. I think he used to play in the NFL or something, NBA. I don't know, girl. All I know is his old lady took to the internet to tell us that he whipped her ass and punched her in the face. Now, immediately, as Black women, we always do, what do? We put our capes on. We get our capes and we iron them and we get ready to go into action. And that's exactly what we did. Okay? Now, this girl came on here to tell us that boy popped across her mouth, talking about, oh, I can't believe you did that, as if it was his first time. And we went into action. We sprung into action as Black women. And I'm saying we in general because I didn't do a damn thing. I actually sat back and watched this one. Okay? Now, upon us springing into action, it was said all over the internet, oh my God, this boy was Big Three. This could really affect him. Immediately, I thought, oh, you're trying to end that nigga career. You're trying to end this nigga career. And now listen, I'm not saying you're wrong. Maybe you done had enough. Maybe you tired of him with the hoes and all of this. I don't know. I can't say. But you're trying to end this nigga whole career. You're trying to make sure this nigga don't eat nowhere. Do you hear me? Because listen, whenever you come to social media with your bull, you got to know this, especially when it's something as disparaging as DV. Girl, this is the part you got to know. This is career ending for people. People don't, especially Negroes don't come back from this. So immediately I said, oh my God, she trying to end his career. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, you better be sure this is really what you want to do. You got to be sure this is really what you want to do. Because I know as Black women, we get in our feelings, and we get to saying anything out our neck and embarrassing and scolding. Remember, you know how we do. And upon that, in our feelings, we're not thinking until later, like, oh, shoot. Listen, I learned this as a young girl. Me and my ex-husband, we used to fight tooth and nail because guess what? Oh, yeah, she black, B-Dub, she black. Look, we used to fight tooth and nail because that nigga couldn't keep his pants in his pants. But one thing I never did was play with the job. Bitch, the mortgage got to get paid. I done a lot of things. I done burnt up clothes. We done did the whole nine. But I ain't never impeded the job. Do you hear me? I ain't crazy. I may have been born at night, but it wasn't 5 nights ago. Do you hear me? I know if I do something as detrimental as that, I'm not coming back. I already know. I already got my ducks in a row. Blah, 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 blah. Girl, if I get him to lose his job, we both gonna get kicked out. That's how I was thinking. So when I seen her go live and tell us and show us that he popped her, I said, oh, she's trying to end that nigga career. That's immediately what I thought. Let's get into it. Now, this is him crying. Now, a lot of people gonna say, look, he was saying he's sorry. No, girl. He was saying, please don't post this, bitch. You trying to end my career. Look.
I promise, whatever you need.
You just punched me in my mouth.
I'm sorry. I promise, whatever you need.
You just punched me in my mouth. You just looked at me and hit me in my mouth like I was a nigga.
No, I didn't. Listen, man.
You did?
I'm so sorry.
You did?
I fell into you.
You fell into me with your fist?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah?
I'm so sorry.
Yes, you fell into me with your fist.
No, I never hurt you. I'm sorry. I'm so please don't do it. You like me that much. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to ruin my life. Just to ruin everything. I need you. I need you today. I'm sorry. I won't do what I want to be. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry.
Look at that dirty ass house.
Get on my
I
face.
promise, whatever you need.
You just punched me in my mouth.
I'm
You just
sorry.
looked at me and hit me in my mouth like I was a nigga.
No, I didn't. I listen, Jay.
You did?
I'm so sorry.
You didn't?
I lost. I fell into you.
You fell into me with your feet.
I'm done with protecting this man. Oh, the bitch left a caption too. I'm done with protecting this man. I just want my baby, y'all. Everyone has down times, and I was down. I lost my job and my son the same week. You lost your son, didn't we? With the CPS? And went crazy. Shit happens, but shit like this should never happen. Caps, capital letter. In silence, I've cried and cried in silence. Now I'm crying out loud. Just hug me, y'all. I need it. Listen, remember this part. Just hug me, y'all. I need it. I just need justice and peace. I'm telling you, I'm saying, oh yeah, she want this nigga head. Tag him and his lawyer at Big 3. She want his head. I let him walk this summer, but this is the man y'all have representing y'all. Shake my head, sad. See, this is heavy on, and this goes to what I was telling y'all. The man is a Big 3 basketball player under Ice Cube. Listen, this is the part that y'all missing. When she posted the video, that was already like a dagger to the heart. But when she put the caption and added the Big 3 and told us to go down to the Big 3 headquarters and all of that in protest, I said she want this nigga head off the shoulders. Do you hear me? So she asking for hugs, tag him and his lawyer and at the Big 3 and say, this who you got. She want his head. That's what I got from it. And let's be clear. I feel like him crying and begging and pleading was not because he was sorry. It was literally because he felt like this bitch about to end my career. Okay? Well, let's fast forward. Recently here, she has a new message for the bitches and the hoes. It's basically, mind y'all mother effing business. Check this out.
My mouth. You just looked at me and hit me in my mouth like I was a nigga.
Again, I appreciate the love and support, but I don't need an army to back me up. I don't need.
I refuse to let you do this, Dora the Explorer, bitch. You don't need an army to back you up. Hold on. Let's go back over here. Just hug me, y'all. I need it. I need justice and peace. What you mean you don't need a goddamn army to back you up? Bitch, yes you do. That's what you said. That's exactly what you said. Don't do us. You not about to gaslight us, bitch, because you decided to take your nigga back. Let's move on.
You guys reposting what he's saying, reposting what I'm saying. We two humans trying to figure out how to heal from each other, because I was not perfect in that relationship and he wasn't perfect in that relationship. And this is not me protecting him.
Yes, it is. Classic DV victim. What they do is they get in their heads that it's partially their fault that they're being beat on. Now, I'm not saying it ain't her fault, because she might be around that bitch terrorizing it. I don't know. But it's never okay for a man to literally take his fist, ball it up, and punch you in your face, according to you. I'm not saying some women don't agitate men, but it's never okay for that to be the response. Now, let's say this. Now you're going to get on here and say, oh, well, you know, I was in a bad place. He was in a bad place. Or whatever. I don't need y'all sending me no post. Bitch, you told us to add the lawyer and call the Big 3. What you mean? This why 2024, 2025, we got to be real selective about who we get the windmilling for, ladies. Do you hear me? When we get, listen, first it was Keke Palmer. Now it's Dora the Explorer here. Bitch, see 2025, we got to be real selective about, we got to wait. That's what we going to do. This is what we going to do. Next time a bitch come out telling us that she done got her head knocked between the washing machine and dryer, I think we need to rest on it 72 hours before we respond. I think that's the only way we'll be able to weed out the bull. We gotta rest 72 hours, maybe about 4-5 days, and let's just see how it pans out. Then we get the windmilling. You get it? But let her finish.
Him or piggybacking off of anything I posted. I still stand on my post 10 toes down. I stand on my post. I stand on my post 10 toes down, but it wasn't supposed to get this far. You know, it wasn't supposed to get this far. And because it did get this far, I'm just making a public notice.
How the fuck it wasn't supposed to get this far when your words clearly state, listen, tag him and his lawyer. Then, bitch, you added the big three. I let him walk this summer, but this is the man y'all have representing y'all. Shake my head. What you mean it wasn't supposed to go this far? Bitch, are you crazy? You must be slavery stupid. Got to be. The bitch got to be Jim Crow slow. What are you talking about? What are you saying? Ma'am, you added the big three and told us, and I didn't do it. Thank you, Lord. I just waited to check it out. You added the big three and told us to go down to the headquarters with our picket signs. Now it wasn't supposed to go this far? Let me let her finish.
Public service announcement and saying thank you for all the kind gestures, but I did not post that video for anything other than acknowledgement.
You is a Hispanic, Spanish-speaking, spaghetti-eating lie, bitch. You did not post it for no recognition, bitch. You don't need recognition from us. That ain't why you posted. But I'm gonna let her finish lying to y'all. Look.
Acknowledgement that I'm a real life human and I go through a lot of real life shit. And Cassie's not the only one. Carmen Pratchett, she's not the only one. And there's so many other women that deal with domestic violence in silence, and it breaks us down mentally. So do I have a mental problem? Yes. I suffer from postpartum depression.
Get on my face.
I promise, whatever you need.
You just punched me in my mouth. You just looked at me and hit me in my mouth like I was a nigga.
No, I didn't. Listen to me.
You didn't?
I'm so sorry.
You didn't?
I fell into you.
You fell into me with your fist?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes?
I'm so sorry.
Yes, you fell into me with your fist.
No, I fell into.
What?
I'm so sorry.
What did you do?
I did not mean to.
Look at the caption. More coming if my son not here next Monday.
Like, I did not mean to hit.
You did not mean to hit me?
I fell.
You fell.
I fell into you.
You punched me with your fist.
You ouch.
Thank you guys. I'm okay. Like I said, that video is old. That is not recent. That video was in February.
So if it was in February, why did your ugly ass post it this week? What type of mad day shit is this? If this was in February, why would you post it as if it's something that just... Let me let her finish because my nerves getting bad.
I do have more things I could post and say, but I think I've made my point.
You just punched me in my mouth.
Listen, let's get to it. Bitches like her are a detriment to the women who actually need help. It's women like her are real like ops to women who really suffer from DV. Keke Palmer too. Let's talk about it. These women are what's wrong with the society. It be women like them who it make people scared to jump in when your nigga popping you upside the head because you might turn around and jump me with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? This woman went online, went as far as to add his company, tell everybody online to go to the big three and get him, tag him and his lawyer. And now all of a sudden it's, oh, I don't need y'all help. Thank you, but no thank you. No, bitch. You the one brought it up here. Let me say this. It's giving one or two things. One, that's your nigga and he took you back. Or two, it includes one, that's your nigga and you took him back. And now you realizing it's starting to affect the greenery. See, his job on the line. And you realizing in my feelings, I wasn't thinking. Now, I done went and dragged this man on social media, and he might get fired. And if he get fired, who gonna take care of my child? Stupid. That's why I keep saying, listen. No, this ain't why athletes go to white women for relationships. Look at doggone The one who was sweating under his armpits, Jonathan Majors. That ain't why they go to black women, clear women for relationships. They don't let them tell you that. They lying. Medusa, do not let a black man tell you they go to white women for relationships because of the drama, because them clear women put them through more crap than anybody. It's just that they take it. Anybody will tell you them clear women put them Negroes through more shit than the black woman. It's just that they take it in silence. That's the only difference. Don't let them tell you that, girl, they lying. They just using that as an excuse to be treasonous and go over there. That's it. That's a fact. Don't let them tell you that. This is what it is. This is what it is. Mad Day came because you said the video was from February, so you wasn't even in your feelings about the actual incident. Something happened later on. And now you brought it into the internet because I don't know, maybe the nigga was cheating or maybe he told you he's going to cut you off. You said you ain't got your baby. I don't know what's going on. Now you're going to come back and say it was postpartum, it was this, that, and the third. Really taken away from real victims of DV. And you're sick for this. You're sick. Women like her make it hard for real, true victims. And let me say this. It ain't just women who victims. Men are victims too. Me and my coworker were talking about this. He black. I said, look, he was talking about DV. And I said, oh, I remember I seen this lady that used to live down the street, used to beat up her husband all the time. And he said, to be honest, I have a cousin who used to do like that. But so men are victims too. But women like her make it hard for real women who are real victims who are seeking help. Because now I'm sitting here being the same person that I despise saying, I need to wait 72 hours because bitches like you do this. Go away with this, Apollo. Go away with this. You cannot get up here and say that, hey, yeah, I didn't mean for it to go this way. And then you blast, but before you blast him for it to go that way, girl. The new rule is 72 hours, unless it's a dire straight, and we come together and our spidey senses kick in and say, no, this the one boo. The new rule is 72 hours for me. I can't, you know what I'm saying? For me, and I'm glad. And I saw it when it first kicked off, and I just watched it. I said. And I'm glad I waited. I'm glad I waited. Okay, let's move on. We're going to go into Jennifer Williams, child. KJ said 30 days, they not strong, Vu. And you know what? You might be right, KJ. You might be right. Because Kiki lasted more than 30 days. Didn't she? Quiet as it's kept. You might be right, girl. Shoot. Kiki had us windmilling for months at a time and came back and went to the zoo with her nigga in the baby. Girl, no, I ain't hear nothing about Cardi B having no fight with her mother-in-law. But I did hear she was barefoot and pregnant by herself again all the way to Christmas. I told y'all how Offset do. He cheats. Cheat. And then she get pregnant. And then he leave her by herself and he show up the night before Christmas like jolly old Saint Nick. Look at her. Look at her. Poor Cardi, ankle swollen, belly big and pale. Hold on, let me show y'all. Ankle swollen, belly big and pale. Girl, fluid running all up and down your legs, but it's getting caught up by the BBL. Girl, and you giving birth again. But you know what? The baby ain't gonna be here by Christmas. She will have, listen, I told y'all this before. Christmas gonna come. She gonna be done told y'all, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, the family pic coming. Listen, don't get me wrong, the family pics be off the chain. Let's start there. One thing about Cardi and them family pics, second to none. Do you hear me? Second to none, B-Dub. Second to none. Them family pics, bitch, they be taking pictures in a winter wonderland and up there with Santa Claus girl at the North Pole. Do you hear me? But anyways, listen. Christmas gonna come. She gonna be done told y'all she done been without her nigga. Her words exactly. all this time, and she's gonna be an independent woman, and she's gonna focus on her churn. And then Christmas gonna come, and she gonna wake up Christmas Eve morning, and Offset gonna be down at the bottom of the stairs, house full of flowers and balloons, doing like this. And she's gonna be saying, "Oh my God, Offset, my husband, I love you." And he gonna be downstairs, like I told you, like the man on the Titanic. Remember when Leonardo DiCaprio dreamed he was rich? And when he went at the top of the staircase, the man at the bottom of the staircase was like this. That's gonna be Offset, Christmas Eve. Watch it. And she gonna say, "Oh my God, adios míos. Adios míos." And he gonna be down at the bottom of the stairs like this. And then Barty Gang gonna say, "How dare you take him back? He ain't shit. He a cheater. Blah, 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 blah." And then she gonna cuss their ass out and say, "That is my husband. That is my husband. You bitches can't even spell husband. And just because we taking a picture with the kids, and just because we got Christmas photos and we unwrapping gifts, and he at the bottom of the stairs like this, that don't mean I'm getting back with him. Y'all get on my nerves. I hate Barty Gang. That is my husband. Feliz Navidad. My children love to celebrate Christmas. I bought 5 Christmas trees. Feliz Navidad. Y'all need to mind y'all business. It's always Barty Gang who start. I can't stand Barty Gang. I hate you. Y'all always started. And whenever I look online to see who's over there saying something crazy about me, it's always Barty Gang. I hate you, Barty Gang. I hate you. It's Christmas. You don't have no fucking gifts under your tree? Feliz Navidad. And Offset gonna be at the bottom of the stairs. Buku flowers, grass, roses, chocolate candy from Valentine's Day, and she gonna be smelling the flowers. Offset, oh my God. Oh, you're so sweet. And then here come little baby Culture. And what's the other baby name? The new baby. Culture and Couture. I don't know the other baby name. They gonna come running down the stairs in their pajamas. You know what I'm saying? Come running down the stairs. He gonna have 5 gifts and 12 bikes for them. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be saying, "Daddy, Daddy, Papi, Papi, ¿cómo estás?" You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, she only listen to Mexican music around them church. You know what I'm saying? Feliz Navidad, ¿cómo estás? You know what I'm saying? And then they gonna come downstairs. Oh, his name Wade. That's his name, Wade, girl. I said Culture and Couture, girl. I don't know them church. But look, Wade and Culture gonna come downstairs. And they be gonna say, "Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Papi, Feliz Navidad, Papa." And they're gonna be playing in the background. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, cumpleaños, felicidad. And Culture gonna be down there. "I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart." And Wade might jump in because he old enough this year. And Offset gonna still be at the bottom of the stairs. And see you, Barty Gang, y'all better not open your mouth. She gonna cuss y'all. This baby number 3. She already tied, pregnant. The BBL won't let the fluids flow through her body. She gonna cuss y'all ass out. Y'all better not open your mouth. Listen, when you see the photos and you see Instagram, just say Feliz Navidad. Don't say nothing else. Don't say Cardi, I came. Don't. All you say, Barty Gang, is Feliz Navidad. That's all you got to say. Say the churn cute or something, because the picture's about to be fire. The outfit's gonna already be picked out. You know what I'm saying? The outfit's gonna already be picked out. He gonna already be done got fitted for his sombrero and his suit. Okay? And that's gonna be that. Y'all better not go around there playing with that girl. Y'all go around there playing with that girl. I'm telling you, she gonna cuss this baby number 3 girl. She gonna cuss y'all. Y'all think she done cussed y'all out before and told y'all she hates y'all. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. She gonna cuss. Matter of fact, she might get the gang over there. Y'all just tread light with Barty. Let Barty have her husband. Please. Let Barty have a husband. Now let me go see if she done beat up the mama. Hold on. If it's real, it's on Twitter. If it's real, it's on Twitter. Y'all saying she done beat up the mama girl. I wish the mother. I don't see nothing about her getting beating up the mama now. I just see her taking single pregnant pictures. Look, she putting it on thick too. Look, I forgot to show y'all this. She laying it on thick. Look what Barty said. I think I found an apartment. For what, Cardi? What you need the apartment for, bitch? You're not gonna be up in there. You're not gonna be up in there. What are you talking about? Girl, you done put a down payment down for nothing. I'm telling y'all now. Matter of fact, for Christmas, I'm gonna go over there and say Feliz Navidad. I'm gonna go over there and say Feliz Navidad. I'm going over there. Got to know that. For Christmas, when Offset downstairs in his sombrero talking about Feliz Navidad, I'm gonna put it in the comments. If y'all see my comment on there, like it. Like the video. Like the video. Now, I see something from June. Cardi B wants Offset mother to stop posting her children after she reposted video of Culture. It's bad enough you don't hold your own accountable. I did not grow up like a dog. What? Now, this is from June. Hold on. I did not grow up like a dog. I grew up with a very huge family. I will not accept nothing less for my kids. If you're not going to love my kids properly, don't effing speak on them. Don't post my effing kids with that fake love shit. This is a warning. This is what Cardi said to his mama, girl. Cardi B warns Offset mother to stop posting her children after she reposted Cardi's video of Culture. It's bad enough you don't hold your own accountable. I did not grow up like a dog. What you trying to say, bitch? You didn't grow up like a dog. What you mean? Wasn't you a slut and a whore drugging men in the strip club at 12? Where was your mom? Don't do that, Cardi. Cardi, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because if you grew up in a good environment, you couldn't be no stripper hoe and come back home. That don't go like that. A good mother, a good clean mother will not allow you to be a stripper whore and come on back home. What you mean you didn't grow up like a dog? Girl. I grew up with a very huge family. I would not accept nothing less for my kids. If you're not going to love my kids, don't effing speak on them. You don't post my effing kids with that fake.
If you don't understand, if you think that you're gonna gaslight me with your bullshit, that's when I'm gonna go public. I will not accept fake love for my fucking kids. Don't post my fucking kids with that fake love shit. Don't try me. Because I'm being really nice right now. If people don't want to understand what I'm telling them in private, I'm going to make it publicly. And I'm going to light up a fucking match in this bitch. You want to take fucking advantage of my kindness? You want to manipulate and you want to gaslight me? I'm not going to do that with my fucking children. There's a warning. I told people to stop playing with me.
Okay. Ciao. Cardi, I'm so tired of you, bitch. I'm so tired of Cardi. I'm just so like genuinely, and I don't even see her a lot, but whenever I see her, it's some bull. Look at the caption the lady say, "My baby reading so good." This will set you off. I don't play about my kids' education, honey. This will set you off. Now, I don't know what's behind the scenes, but girl, you are so tiring. No wonder that nigga keep cheating on you. I'm not even a nigga, and if I was him, I'd cheat on you too. You a lot. Like, you a whole lot. And you insecure. I don't blame him. I cheat on you too. With a fat, ugly bitch. That'll hold you. I cheat on a bitch that look completely opposite. She'll be a big old round fat. You know what I'm saying? I would. Now, where did y'all see they got into a fight? Because I don't see that. I don't see that. If y'all haven't, send it to me. Let me know if you send it to me. But with that being said, y'all, I don't know. Let's get into Jennifer Williams, girl. Let's get into Jennifer Williams real quick. Now, I did a video on Jennifer Williams. You guys, please go check that out. Please go check out that video of Jennifer Williams. No, not this. Hold on. I need to keep this up. You stay right there. But Jennifer Williams did a interview with Carlos King. And in it, remember, her husband-to-be is allegedly a scammer. Okay? Oh, he cutting it up. Okay, Carlos. Now, Carlos claims to be a friend of Jennifer Williams, but that's not what it was quite given to me. You know what I mean? It just wasn't really giving friend. You know what I mean? It was giving like we cool. And I'm doing this interview trying to make it seem like we real cool, but for real, I'm really just trying to put your husband to be on Front Street. That's what it was given to me. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? So Carlos does this interview. Jennifer's husband is already accused of being a scammer. Everybody has already said it. Other people on TikTok, other people in other places have spoken about this. Basically, he met her allegedly living with another girl as she goes to visit her friend's apartment. He said he wasn't looking at her like that, but something about her and him talking the whole time. And then when they hugged, he put his face touched her face, and he just knew. I mean, he knew who she was, but he didn't really know who she was for real. Type tease. He had $1 million in liquid cash, not a network. That means in his bank account, he had $1 million at 19 working down at AT&T. Now, I heard he was a call center man. But according to him, he worked in corporate America. See, black people, a lot of Negroes think corporate America means as long as you don't work at the warehouse. You know what I'm saying? That's corporate America. But that don't go like that. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, he goes down. Let me set it up for y'all. He meets Jennifer. 9 months later, they are engaged. Right? 9 months later, they are engaged. I forgot I got super chats. Thank you for the super chat, not going back and forth with you hoes. Then boom, pregnant again. Yup. Talking about Barty, I already know. This is every child. This is an every child situation with Barty. Thank you, Viv B, for the super chat. Love you, boo. Now the mama beat her up a while back. Makes sense, because I didn't see that. I didn't see nothing current about that. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat, Nikki Nicole. Or thank you for being a member for 4 months. Boo, thanks for covering the story. I tried to watch it, and I kept falling asleep. I was wide awake on your video, though. Listen, this is what happened. So he meets her down at the doggone the condo. 9 months later, they are engaged. Mind you, he's on probation. He is currently on probation and was at the time of meeting Jennifer for false imprisonment. Him and his old lady back in the gap got into it. He was telling her she can't leave. According to him, he said you can't leave because you've been drinking. They was drinking wine. Nevertheless, he said it was drinking. But he said he ended up calling his friend to tell him to come get him because he didn't want to escalate this situation. He went by his friend. The next morning, he called the mama. And the mama said, oh, yeah, she in the hospital. She jumped off the balcony. Now, why no? Well, she jumped off a 3rd floor balcony, really the 4th floor, because according to him, you got to count the garage. Why would she jump off a 4th floor balcony if you wasn't there to block her from leaving? Hence, false imprisonment. Now, according to Jen, it's not that bad. She didn't have no red flags because he was an open book. He told her everything. This is according to Jen. And she couldn't believe that he sat there and told her everything. And because of that, she didn't have no red flags or nothing, Lord. Nothing. This is Jen. Right? So then she goes on to say, yeah, well, you know, people have done worse, and then he had bad lawyers, tight tees. Bitch, was you there? Long story short, he tells Basketball Wives and Evelyn Loziah that he didn't do nothing. It was his first offense. The judge just had it out for him. Well, shout out to Girl Is That Legal. According to the lie detector test and the documentation, that was a lie. Them people had came out there multiple times for situations such as this. This is why when he had did the false imprisonment thing, them people threw the book at him, as they should. This wasn't their first rodeo with this Negro. Thank you, Mika, for the super sticker. Okay? This wasn't the first rodeo, per documentation. Now, I know what he said to us. Now, granted, even though the police came out before, the neighbors hadn't already said and talked about how they had disturbances, he never was arrested prior to that, but this wasn't the first time they done came out behind you with this bull. He lies and act like the girl didn't want him to go to prison or get a long sentence, but then say that they were cool and they were speaking and was trying to make it work all the way up to the day of court. So Carlos says, well, what happened all the way up to the day of court? What happened to the day of court? The way y'all fell out. That nigga started talking about everything but the child of God. Nigga, we don't care about that. Let's get into this. Then he goes on to say he's a trader, stock trader. First and foremost, he don't have a license. Why? Well, number one, he's a felon. Felons can't have license to trade people money, number one. Number two, according to the Girl Is That Legal, is giving Ponzi scheme. It's like, hey, I'm going to recruit you, and you go recruit 4 people, and then them 4 people go recruit 8 people, and then them 8 people go recruit 12 people, and the person that makes the money is the man on the top, which is what is a textbook pyramid scheme or Ponzi scheme. Thank you, Belinda, for being a member for 4 months. Thank you, Voodoo. Love this channel. Love you too, Deboo. Thank you so much. That's another thing. He tells Jennifer on Basketball Wives that he owed $250K for restitution for the girl. Turns out that was a lie. He didn't owe no $250K. Girl, he only owed $12,500. And he really thought he was being smart, right? Thank you, Sister 71, for becoming a member. Listen, he thought he was smart. He had been trading people's money, collecting people's money. You had to have at least $2,500 to come even cross his threshold. At least that wasn't the price. That was the minimum. So we don't know how much money he done made. At least $2,500 to come across the threshold. He's telling these people he trade money and sending them screenshots of numbers saying, see, look, your money making money. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta say this part. If you give a person money just because you seen them on TV or just because they was with somebody you know, or not even know, you like, or simply because everything other than tangible reasons, you deserve to be scammed. I'm sorry. I be trying to feel bad for people like that, but you got to be slow as a turtle to give a nigga who told you on Basketball Wives he's an ex-con. The nigga learned the Ponzi scheme probably in prison. You got to be slow as a turtle this side of the Mississippi for you to go give this nigga thousands of dollars. And I'm not victim shaming. I'm just being truthful. You gonna give this nigga thousands of dollars and he's sending you screenshots, bitch? You can't log into nothing to go see girl with him out. No, screenshots? You can't even screenshot the screenshot. I'm not going to put it. I think that Common and scammers are horrible people. I think they're the most horrible people on earth because you got to be real conniving to be a con man. But I got to put some of the onus. Now, it's different than when it's stuff that's regular, like niggas just steal your identity or stuff like that. I'm talking about bitches who willingly go and get scammed. I'm trying, y'all. It's hard. He ain't through with me yet. So anyway, Basketball Wives, he tell Jennifer, we getting married in Paris, but I ain't gonna be able to go because I gotta pay this restitution. I can't travel outside of the states unless I pay this restitution. Jen says, well, how much is the restitution? $250,000. The lie detector test determined that was a lie because according to Simone, girl, is that legal? Y'all go check her out. She pulled up the documentation. It was only $12,500. Okay. But he asked her for it without really asking her for it, but he asked her for it. Like, so yeah, I need to pay at least $50K leading up to the wedding. And she was like, well, I'm gonna call a lady. You got the number? But yet Jennifer got into the interview and said that she liked to say, heavy on words, I'm big on words, I'd like to say he make more money than me. Girl, please. You bought him a yacht master's watch. I'm sorry. I looked it up. At least 115, 120 racks. He bought you a Philippe Patek. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Him. Girl, he probably scammed to get that. Bitch, you spending houses. You putting houses on niggas' wrists. All because you want to say you got a husband? Let me ask that question again. Jennifer, I am slow as a turtle Williams, is putting houses on niggas' wrists. They got houses cost $120,000. I don't know if y'all know that. She putting houses on niggas' wrists all to say she got a husband. But you want us to believe he make more money. No, you don't want us to believe that because you said, I like to say he makes more money than me. And then look at him and look at her. See, I don't know anything about marketing and stocks, but I remember one time watching his computer and I remember he made like $50K all in like 90 seconds. I want to dress up as a nigga and play with Jennifer too at this point. I want to get one of them suits. One of them costumes and designs. I want to dress up as a nigga and play with her too, because she's stupid. This man have multiple people who are running around here saying, hey girl, this man is scamming us. And this bitch says she don't give a F because we just hating. And why is we worried? Well, stank bread hole, because you is on TV. And ever since the nigga with the knot on his head, the unicorn nigga, remember he threw that drink in your face and you almost drowned, you went to swimming? Remember that? Ever since then, we've been interested in your choices of men. And then let's not forget the sweetie pie nigga you was with the hips, with the legs and hips and body. Remember him? Remember he went to prison for setting up his nephew for being unalive? Bitch, we've been interested in all ears ever since. What you mean why we worried? We ain't never seen a bitch as slow as you. Why would it? Who turns away from the train wreck? Bitch, we keep our eyes on it. The fuck? Why we worried? Because you stupid. It's entertainment. Donkey Kong. Duh. And you know, Carlos, let me say this. Carlos won't get on here and say, well, Jennifer, you have to understand. Your people love you. And you're like our black Barbie. Who? Who black Barbie? She's our what? Now, Carlos, now I know you an enabler. You an enabler. She's our what? Ain't every bitch ever looked at Jennifer and said, oh, she's like a black... No, girl. Now, don't get me wrong. The fashions be fashion and she love a good label. But a black Barbie? It triggered me. I was triggered. I was triggered at that part. That's the part that triggered me. But you want to know what else triggered me? My boy said, talking about scamming Christian. He says, when the police came to get him the next day, they dragged him out the car threw him on the ground as if he was a criminal. Well, nigga, false imprisonment makes you a literal criminal. But then he said it was traumatizing because, you know, I'm a black man. So you traumatized because they done pulled you out the car and dragged you down the street. But what about the girl who broke both of her ankles to jump off the bridge or off the doggone balcony to get away from you? You was traumatized? Now that triggered me almost as much as Carlos telling that girl we think she a black Barbie. That was second to that. Nigga, are you crazy? Let's get into some of this interview, girl, because my nerves was bad for real. I just want to play some parts that I didn't cover in my video. I have a video online. Y'all go check it out.
We were talking about the conversation, and then I don't know if it like drifted off to something else, but it's almost like all these people in the room, and I'm just...
She talking about when she met the nigga. Girl, we don't care.
And we literally, I think I got to Nobu at 5. I think I got to 5.
You did a whole shift.
And we left at 12. We sat, we talked about
everything.
Bitch. First of all, Carlos, I'm clocking your T too. Carlos, your non-verbals give away a lot. It's a lot of things this man said, and your reaction, even though you're trying to play it off, Carlos, I'm clocking your T. You calling cap too. I know you sitting up here saying, yeah, girl, because you deserve it. That ain't what you mean. Carlos, look at your face. Carlos looking like, bitch, please. But I'm going to go with the move, though, because we on the interview. That's what Carlos' face is giving. Carlos, I'm clocking it. Carlos' expressions literally had me weak this whole interview, girl. He don't say what his expressions match. Girl.
And still, I didn't have that thing of like, this is going to be my wife. It was just, whether it's that or a friendship, I was completely fine with it. And I just found comfort in talking to her about my story.
Shut your ass up. Let's get to the part where he get to spill his own tea, and I'm sitting here saying who advised him to do this damn interview.
This is after 2 full-ride scholarships to play ball, tore my ACL, PCL.
How come every nigga that say they used to play ball say they tore their ACL? Now, I'm not saying it ain't true, but goddamn, every nigga who you can't trace it back to their past, they always be like, man, I was going to the league. I tore my ACL. Nigga, you don't even know where your ACL at. Come on, man.
What type of
basketball?
Basketball, okay.
Senior year, tore my ACL, PCL, and meniscus. And, of course, that's out the door. Backup plan, I've always loved arrogance, right?
You're arrogant.
My arrogance.
And when you say you were arrogant, in what way?
I wasn't like, you know, effing people over or anything like that. It was just like, oh, my parents can't tell me anything. You know what? I'm gonna leave. Mind you, we were during the...
As you were trying to go over the finances and figure out all that stuff.
This is when she blew up, and
yeah, because she felt like you were just being dismissive to her, or just okay.
One thing I've grown to understand about women, they want you to sit and not just listen. They want you to understand. You see what?
Nothing annoys me more. I don't mean to keep stopping it, but listen, nothing annoys me more than a fluffer. A fluffer is a very vindictive person. You got to always watch for a fluffer. If I ask you, hey girl, did you go to the store today? And you start saying, well, you know, the sky was blue and the trees were swaying in the wind, because you know normal mornings aren't like this. Bitch, did you go to the store or not? Those are very vindictive people. You gotta watch them people. Now he asked you what the fuck was going on, and you start talking about, well, you know, I learned with women. You gotta really understand. Women just want, nigga, you don't know what women want. Jennifer is your mammy.
What I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's one thing in hearing and then actually listening and understanding. And at that time, I'm immature, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, oh man, like whatever I say goes type of thing. You know what I mean? And when I look back at it, I'm like, she had every right to blow up on me because she felt as I was being dismissive. Like, and that turned into, you know what? I'm gonna leave. Mind you, we were during the conversation, we're consuming alcohol.
Wine.
my tolerance is cool, but at the time her tolerance wasn't as, but we're drinking and she wanted to leave. And I was like, no, it happens every day in every household, somewhere in the world, where you and your partner may get into a heated argument, right? And you're like, babe, let's just talk about it. So this is where my charge was created. I'm blocking the door from the front door to the back door, right? She's like, I'm leaving. I take her keys. I'm like, listen, if you want to leave, call your mom, call your friend, but you can't drive this car like this.
Now, let me say this. I'll give him this. I done had many back and forth with my significant others, and they be like, your ass ain't going nowhere. Now, girl, 2 of them, I wish I knew there was a thing called false imprisonment, because I damn sure would have called 911 if they bring this nigga to prison. But neither here nor there. I'm saying that to say, yay, when you tell somebody they can't leave, that is false imprisonment, and that does happen in relationships. But I ain't gonna lie, at least 1 or 2 of them niggas, if I could turn back the hands of times when them niggas say you ain't going nowhere, girl, I would have. This nigga got me locked up. Please come get me. Oh yeah, definitely would have called. Definitely would have called. But I'm just saying I didn't know it. But now we know. You know what I'm saying? Now we know. So I'll give him that. Okay. Maybe he didn't know telling the girl she can't leave was false imprisonment. But I'm trying to figure out, because he left that part. It's very great. What in the hell transpired for that girl to say, I can make it off of 3 floors up off a balcony with no mattress on the ground? Girl, that's deep to me. You gotta be. I done drank a lot of wine in my days. And I ain't never had wine make me feel like, man, fuck it, I'm about to jump. I'm not laughing, but I'm being serious. I ain't never had a bottle, because I've drank a bottle at a time. I ain't never had a bottle of wine to make me feel like, fuck it, I can't buy. I'm gonna just jump. That's when I'm getting me. She was desperate. That's when you say, you know what? I don't care if I break my legs or my ass. I gotta get out of here. That's what it gives to me. That's what it gives to me. It don't give because we had a heated argument, I'm about to jump. No, it gives, if I don't jump, this nigga might kill me. Let me just, let the chips fall where they may. That's what it gives to me. Let the chips fall where they may. Women don't impulsively think like that when it comes to something so crazy. Right, Penny? If my life in danger, I jump. But it's got to be imminent. Do you hear me? Girl, I'm talking about the people got to be breaking down the door, and that's the only way out. If I feel like I can hide, I'm going to hide before I jump. I'm talking about them people got to be coming with blickies. Girl, all types of stuff. Jason Voorhees, goddamn Michael Myers, and Freddy Krueger got to be at the door for me to jump, girl. Girl.
Because you're clearly intoxicated. So, we're going back and forth from front door to back door. And I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'll leave. If you want to go, cool. I still have the keys, but I'm leaving. I pack a bag. At that point, she doesn't leave the apartment, right? And I call my cousin. I say, I need you to come get me, before it gets, escalates to a crazy situation. He came and got me. And the next morning, I make a call. No answer. I make a call to her mother. She answered, and she let me know that she was in the hospital from a jump off the balcony.
Cap, let me say this. So what he's saying is she was trying to leave. He wouldn't let her leave. Then he finally said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to keep the keys, but if you want to leave, leave. He called somebody to come get him. He spent the whole night out. He didn't know until the next morning. He called the mama, and the mama said, oh, yeah, she in the hospital broke both her ankles because she jumped. Why the fuck would she jump off the balcony? Think about it. I need y'all to hear me out. Let's use our common sense here. Why would she jump off the balcony after he left? She don't have to jump off the balcony. The threat is gone. She can literally open the front door and walk out. Why would she risk hurting herself jumping off the balcony if he had already left? Lie, lie, lie. At least that's what I believe. None of that makes sense. Look at Carlos. Carlos don't even believe it. Look at Carlos. You mean to tell me you left the house? You left. After telling her she couldn't leave, you say, you know what? I'm going to keep the keys. It is what it is. I'm out. You leave. Your partner come pick you up. Y'all go spend the night out. You just happen to call the next morning. She ain't picking up the phone, so you pick up you call her mama. Oh, yeah, she in the hospital. Why? She jumped off the balcony and broke both her ankles. Now, why in the would she do that? Why would she do that? Why would she do that? That makes no sense. Why am I even going to risk hurting myself when I could just walk through the front door? You gone. I want to skip past because I don't have time to do the whole interview, y'all.
Was when she fell, the neighbors called the police, right? Mm-hmm. Mind you, the neighbors had already heard the argument inside the apartment.
So the neighbors called the police. So if the neighbors heard y'all going back and forth arguing inside the apartment and you had done already left, what? Wouldn't they have called when they heard the arguing and the thumping? Not. I'm just saying, I've lived in an apartment complex. If I heard my neighbors upstairs damn near thumping, unless they thump all the time, I ain't gonna lie. If they thump all the time, girl, I'm going to bed. I ain't gonna lie. But if it's like out of the ordinary, or I hear her screaming, or it sounds like crazy, you damn right I'm calling the police. You damn right. I don't think, listen, and again, I know alcohol affect people differently, but I'm with you, Tip Top 27. I have drank a bottle of wine at a time. Listen, I'm a wine connoisseur. I have drank a bottle of Cabernet. Listen, Pinot Grigio, Pinot Noir. I've drank bottles at a time, and it has never made me. Now that tequila, now that's different. Now I ain't gonna lie. You put that Julio on me, I be blacking. I don't know what I did. I might do anything on the Julio, but the wine. Now, if you said y'all was sipping a bottle of Patron or Hennessy, then I would have said, yeah, she probably would say, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But wine is a downer. It's not an upper. But anyways, it doesn't make sense. The neighbors heard you and that girl fighting like that, okay? And then people called the police. It just so happened you left before they got, allegedly. This is what I believe happened. I believe that they heard the commotion, the girl jumped, and you hightailed it up out of there. It makes sense. That's why when you came back the next day, they had SWAT looking for your ass. Duh. That girl jumped from the balcony because you wouldn't let her get out that apartment, and you hightailed it the F up out of there. That's what I believe. I hope she come out and say something. She don't have to, but I hope she do.
So I get there. I'm like, okay, let's go to the leasing office. I pack her bag, right? And I give it to her mom. Let's go to the leasing office. I have to get this key so I could come back. Sorry, I'm speaking fast.
Sorry, I'm lying.
I go to the leasing office. They ask for my driver's license. So basically, what happened was when the police showed up, of course, they have to show up. It's a dispute, right? Mm-hmm. I believe they made a call to 24-hour maintenance, like, hey, change these locks. So when he comes back, we can apprehend him. Mm-hmm. Okay. Get to the leasing office. I surrender my ID. And they're like, oh, well, we can give you a new key. Just drop it off as you're leaving, whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool, right? They just, whatever. As soon as I pack her bag, hug her mom is like, listen, whatever happens.
Her mom never once asked you if you did anything to her daughter.
Her mom asked what happened.
Okay.
And I let her know.
Cap. So the mama hugging you saying whatever happens, why would she say that? If the daughter jumped off why would she say that? Did the mama know the SWAT was downstairs waiting for you?
Oh, we got into a very heated argument.
But she wasn't like upset with you or anything.
No. She gave me a hug.
Bitch, I got a daughter, 21 years old. If I get got a motherfucking phone call that my child had jumped off a balcony, I don't care who in that bitch. If I get a call and it could be her husband, it could be her child, I don't give a damn. If somebody call me and tell me my 21-year-old daughter done broke both her ankles from jumping off a motherfucking balcony, bitch, we is beefing. I'm trying to get them niggas on your ass. Oh, the mama didn't ask. She wasn't mad. What you mean she wasn't mad? Even if, let's go with your story, bro. Let's go with the story that you left and then she jumped. You did something to make my daughter jump. What the? No. What is you saying? And that's another thing. I forgot to mention that, Natasha. Thank you. His name wasn't on the lease. Why does he have to bring the key back? Listen. He couldn't have been a person in charge of the lease or in charge of the apartment. Because number one, how they gonna change the locks on your shit without telling you? Then you get there and say, oh, I had to give them my ID. They gave me the key and say, hey, girl, or say, hey, bring the key back. We give you your ID back. Not in the shit I paid money for. That don't go like that. Now, maybe at the rich apartments. I don't know. But this man is like, he should have never done this interview. And Jennifer, you stupid. I would have never let Carlos get on the couch and question my nigga like this.
We had a very close relationship. She gave me a hug and just let me know if police get behind you or trail you, whatever, just you're a black man, just whatever.
So the mama knew you was going to jail, bro.
You'll make bond or whatever it is. I found a new apartment. At this time, now my ex-girlfriend, she has to take a leave from work. Her mother has to take a leave from work to take care of her daughter, right? And
them people weren't mad at you?
We were communicating, like back and forth.
Did she tell the cops you hit her?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you and her were even.
Now, the only reason I believe that is because shout out to Girl Is That Legal. She brought it up that DV was originally put on there, but it was taken off. So it couldn't have been no fisticuffs thrown.
Like, she never blamed you for what happened to her.
No, I mean, she did say it was the same thing I'm saying. She did because she had a chance to actually speak in court. And
what she said?
She told the judge to go easy on the sentence. You know, he has all this stuff going on, and the judge did it.
How long were you sentenced? For how many years?
10 years to serve 7. And I was acquitted on domestic violence.
So you were
because I didn't, you know, people take pleas and stuff like that. I took it to trial because in trial they were the actual prosecutor that is actually working against me, right? He's comes to the judge like, you know, things happen. They're super young. We recommend 2 years to serve 6 months in the county. He does 3 months good time. He'll come home in 90 days. And the judge said, you've got to be kidding me. That is the craziest recommendation for a sentence I've ever heard. She said, I recommend 5 years in a detention center.
Prison.
Which same thing as prison, pretty much, right? Just not as violent as prison. And I literally tapped my attorney at the time and I said, I'm not taking that.
And you did 7, you big dummy. You big dummy. And why would the prosecutor go to work on your behalf? Nigga, that's not their job. Their job is to get you the max. Why would a prosecutor go to the judge and be like, hey, just give him 2, judge. Let him do 90 days and get the rest out on parole? That don't make no sense.
I'm not taking it.
You went to trial and you lost.
So I would say maybe, about a year and a half, I get a notice at my new apartment. Mind you, I got evicted because of the what happened. Being blind, what do? I invite her back in to move into the new apartment. We've tried to figure it out. And guess what? I wouldn't say I left.
I'm not trying to be nasty, but Jennifer is aging. It seemed like in this last year or so, don't get me wrong, Jennifer's a beautiful girl, very beautiful girl. But is it me? Or is it, I don't know, maybe it's the dark makeup. It could be the dark makeup. Jennifer it looked like she's been stressing. Like she has aged more in the past couple years. than I've ever seen her age like this. Like I don't know if it's him, Erica. I don't know, girl. But maybe it's the makeup. Maybe it's the dark, smoky eye. I don't know. But my girl is Asian. She's Asian. Like black women don't age that fast. I don't care how old we is. We don't. My grandma's 83 and don't look her age. We just, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Let her move in, but leaving an overnight bag turned into.
Shut up.
I never told the detectives in interrogation that I didn't do it. I was like, listen, I was just trying to hold the door and have a conversation, right? And they found me guilty on false imprisonment.
We knew about that.
Whoa. Kidnapping is when I say, I grab you.
We know that.
You're going to get your hands up. And what that means is you're going to learn how to, and I just gave it away.
Look at her drinking that wine.
How fast a year flies.
Yeah.
So.
I think too, it's important to add, you know,
if she go into mammy mode, it's almost like a child in the principal's office with their son, and the principal telling you your son been fighting, starting fires around the school. We trying to expel this nigga, and now she about to speak on behalf of her child. Look,
he was young, and this was like his first time ever being in trouble, right? So he didn't know the system, and you had. What was the situation with the attorney? He didn't have good representation.
So I hired, and I'm glad you touched on that, babe. So I hired an attorney before my first arraignment, right? Pre-trial, all that stuff. He said, we're super close to this date, so I need everything.
This is what he gonna say, because I don't have time to go through it. He's trying to say that he had paid for an attorney, and the day of the trial, the attorney just hit him up and was like, I'm not representing you no more. So he had to get a public defender, and that's the reason he said the public defender was good though. He called him and told him he went celibate and all type of gay stuff, loose wristed stuff, just to tell him that he wanted to work on his behalf. He got drunk and called him and all of that allegedly, but ultimately he still got 10 years. That's what I got.
No.
When you got out of prison, did you two reconcile?
No. And that is special conditions.
Right.
No contact.
I was gonna say no contact with her. Right.
I'm not doing anything to put me back in hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, because I couldn't have that idle mind. Things are hot. If I start an argument and I'm blowing up, she's going to blow up.
The way he told his story, it wasn't cocky. He took full accountability. It was just,
no, he didn't. No, he didn't. He did not take full accountability. He took partial accountability because he said, yeah, I may have been dismissive or I was arrogant, so I understand why she blew up. But this Negro literally just sat up here and said he left the apartment and she jumped off the doggone balcony. That is not accountability. Accountability is, yeah, I was blocking the door and, she just felt like she was threatened and she jumped off the balcony and I should not have been blocking the door. That's accountability. Girl, he lying. He took partial accountability. But you so slow, Jennifer. You so slow. No wonder you wear labels all the time. You need to read 24/7 because you stupid.
The deck of cards that I have been dealt. So for me, it wasn't a red flag. Like people done way worse. And I love that he was just so open about it. So I was like, wow, like that's
girl, let's move on. Jennifer, we gotta let Jennifer be. Let's get into this job and this scam, girl.
Asked in my prayers every single day, I ask God for discernment.
Mm-hmm. Them prayers hit the ceiling and bounce back on your forehead. That girl said, every night I ask for discernment. God ain't getting them prayers. They might be going to white Jesus, but the Most High ain't getting them. You have zero discernment. Jennifer, are you crazy? Jennifer said, every night I pray and I ask for discernment. Girl, he giving you Chanel bags. He not giving you discernment, girl. Them prayers literally hit the ceiling and bounce back to your forehead. Girl, are you slow? No, it's rhetorical.
And I asked God, listen, if someone's not supposed to be in my life, please remove them.
Girl, we done gave you signs after signs. Everybody on TikTok done told you this nigga's a scammer. I've said he was a scammer. YouTubers say he was a scammer. You don't want to hear the sign. God done knock you in the back of the head with stop signs, girl. You don't want to hear it.
I have learned tremendously, right? And, you know, people want to say, oh, she's not street smart. Da, 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 da. Like, I have common sense and I have discernment and I have learned from these mistakes that I've made. Everybody has been in some form of a bad relationship, no matter how you want to spin it. Some are worse than others. What I can say is Christian has been nothing but a gentleman to me. And I always say I applaud his mother for that because she taught him how to be a gentleman. Christian,
you and his mom are the same age, bitch. Now you done took over the reins. Now you gonna continue to raise them. What K. Michelle said, can't raise a man. You gonna continue to raise them. The mama done raised them up until 30, and here you come.
Christian has never asked me for anything.
Has he ever asked you for money?
Christian's never asked me for money.
I showed the receipts on my video.
And that's another narrative. Like, again, the word scam or scammer, that's triggering for me because of what I went through, you know. And it's all people say all kinds of, oh, well, you should have known there was no red flag. Like, scammers perfect their craft. You know, like it's like being an actor. You're going to constantly perfect your craft. So I have been in my entire life.
So I want you to be able to talk about what you do for a living. Mm-hmm. So there's been stuff online that you are this world-renowned trader, right? And not TRAITOR trader, but
never that. I'm a faithful.
Okay.
Thank you for your clarity.
I'm a faithful.
You know, so what is it that you do for a living?
So I'm gonna go, before I get into that, I want to give you my background of how I got into it.
Okay.
Love. He asking you what you doing for trading, and you talking about a background. I told you, scam. Listen, the signs be there. We don't give a damn about your background.
Of not the success I truly want, because I want more, right? But people are looking at, maybe I don't have to go to prison and fall that way, but people fall all the time. They hit roadblocks. So that's the reason why the story brought so many people into my network marketing business at the time. And I went to, that was my first network marketing company was a company called Bisalis. Bisalis was health and wellness. The company fell, everybody fell with it. Cool, it happens. Then I went to a company called United Wealth Education, and I was helping people build their, I wasn't helping people build their credit, but the company had licensed attorneys, credit attorneys. So I was just the person that say, listen, this company can fix your credit. If you want to build business credit, you want to get business funding. And what did I do from there? Of course, I built a team, and I was getting called a scammer then too, because here's what people fail to realize. People like Stormy Wellington go through it. Wes Watson, which is one of the people I look up to, go through it. When you're in affiliate marketing, my direct mentor, he's been called the same thing, because what people say is, oh, I'm building you up to this point because I came in under you. And the more people I get, now it's a pyramid scheme.
I was going to say, a lot of people think affiliate marketing or MLM, right?
Same thing. Yep.
Yeah. They all think it's a pyramid scheme because, like you said, it starts from the people at the bottom growing their network, and each person above makes the most money until the person rises to the top, right?
But so is corporate America.
Oh, he thought he ate with that one. Let me debunk this corporate America thing. So in case y'all are wondering what a pyramid scheme is, a pyramid scheme is, a lot of that shit was going on during COVID. So basically this is what they'll do. I say, hey, I know they had the Cash App pyramid scheme, and I'm gonna just use it as an example. I don't know how it actually went, but how they'll do is, hey girl, you Cash App me $50, I'm gonna Cash App you $100, right? So you keep sending me $50, I send you back $100. And then I tell you, if you get 4 people to Cash App you 50, then I'll send you blah, blah, blah. And then the 4 people, if you get them to Cash App 50, and so on and so forth. The thing about a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme is the people at the bottom do all the work and spend all the money. But the only people who succeed are the people at the top. Now, he tried to say, well, so is corporate America. Of course, corporate America is. Hell, America is. They don't have the top 10% or 2% unless there are poor people. All us down here paying all these property taxes, all of these insurances, all of these high spike grocery prices and oil for gas and all of that stuff. That is so that the wealthy can keep their money. The government does it all the time. Do they not bail out banks when they go bankrupt? So with that being said, I'm not saying that the corporate America is better than the Ponzi scheme that allegedly that he got, or I'm not saying that America is a better Ponzi scheme. What I'm saying is they're all Ponzi schemes, and heavy on this part. They're all Ponzi schemes. Just because one is legal and one is illegal, don't make it like, okay, well, if this one is doing it, then why can't I? What he's trying to say is when Carlos is telling him what you're doing, people label as a Ponzi scheme. He's trying to say, well, corporate America be doing it. Why I can't do it? That don't go like that. See, there's a reason why they have a thing called white collar crimes, and there's a reason why certain people don't get convicted off of white collar crimes. It's not fair and it's not right, but it just is what it is. But that don't mean you should get a pass because they getting a pass. Because all of y'all are bad. Do you get it? So don't try that, oh, well, corporate America be doing it. That ain't got nothing to do with you and your Ponzi scheme.
You have CFO, CEO, CFO. You have supervisors, middle management, and then you have employees. But your boss would never pay you to be his neighbor. Ever.
You got to read through that bullshit.
I couldn't, and no discredit to corporate America. I respect whatever people are doing in a legal way. I respect it. Cool. If you want to,
all you had to say was, I'm not running a Ponzi scheme. That's it. Why are you bringing up what corporate America doing? It's no different if I come to one of y'all and be like, look, girl, your kids is outside breaking in people's cars. And you say, well, they got other people breaking in people's cars. That's not what this is about. Even he said, I get it, some are legal and some are not. You fluffing, bro.
Go sell bean pies. If you want to work corporate America 9 to 5 so you can have that pension, that 401k, I respect it, right? It's just not for me. And it's definitely not for me now because I can't even go back to corporate America with a felony. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I built myself up coming out of prison. I said, listen, I want the same thing I carried into this because I actually stopped. I left corporate America before I went to prison at 20 years old. It's been 11 years now. And affiliate marketing was that vehicle because I said I could build a community with this, right? And not only are these people, yes, I may bring in 10 people and those 10 people bring in 20 people. Guess what? That turns into something called residuals.
It turns into a fucking
and there's probably 7 different ways.
That is the textbook definition of a pyramid or a Ponzi scheme. I bring in 10 people and the 10 people bring in 20. The 20 at the bottom, the 10 in the middle, and your ass is at the top. Literal freaking pyramid. I'm so glad I could listen through the bullshit and be like, girl, all right, girl.
You get paid. You might get paid from, overrides.
Mind you, the question is about the business. This nigga talking about when he was 15, working at AT&T. This nigga going all off. Look.
The level overrides, right? But they're teaching people, there's educators, right, that are teaching people how to trade in the financial markets.
Okay. Like the stock market and stuff?
More so, I don't like to say the stock market, more so on the Forex side. I started in foreign currencies, US dollar versus Japanese yen, the pound versus you see what I'm saying? The pound versus the euro. And then I got into options, binaries, where I was just calling and putting. Basically, I'm saying, okay, market is going to go to this price or market is going to come down to this price. Mind you, this is when I'm back on my own. I'm a part of this company, but I'm learning this. And when I left that company, I Am Mastery Academy, I said, I'm literally at a point where I can just do my own thing. I'm just talking about solely Christian, no company attached, just me. And up until
this, the problem with that, you don't have a license. So that's illegal right there. You was working for a company. You said you didn't have a license, so you wasn't actually trading. Now you done figured it out. You're gonna just go work for Christian, but Christian don't have no license. How, Sway? How?
Till I started trading in pandemic.
Of course.
I sat in the house anyway, right?
Yeah,
That's when I really like honed into trading. And when I grasped the skill and I came up with my own strategies in the market, when I say I love, there was a thing that circulated like, I want a job. I think I said it, you know. And what I mean by that is I love the work. Like I love getting on the stage and talking to people. I love to get out in the field. When I'm sitting behind a screen, that's not work for me. And I understand work smart, you know, don't work smarter, not harder. But that's one thing I've always missed is the grind. And just being a day trader, it's a grind because you have to analyze and do technical analysis on the charts. You have to set your indicators. You have to do this, that, and the third.
This is tiring.
But I want my money to grow because my 401ks is I don't need a securities license. I don't need a Series 7. I don't need a Series 63 to trade secondary market.
And is that because you have a felony on your record?
Yeah, I can't get a securities license anyway. So I said, I want to take this and I'm going to help people win. I charge one fee, and typically people in my position, they say, whatever I make on your account, I want 10%. You know why people do that? Most people do that because they're not actually making real money trading on their own.
Right. So the thing is, you have your own trading account, right? So for example, I own stocks, right?
And what platform do you use?
Vanguard, right? Okay. So obviously I have money in there, and like you said, it goes up and down, whatever. So that's one of my sources of income / revenue, right? So when it comes to your day trading that you do now currently, that's your income. That's your income is held into this trading account that you have ownership of.
That's correct.
Right. Okay. The other thing you do now or used to do, let me know if you do this now. When you help other people, you charge them a one-time fee to lend your expertise in terms of letting them know what to do in the secondary market.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's false.
So when you and Jen have this scene,
what Carlos is asking him is, see, I skipped past this part. Carlos was like, how do you make your money? He said, well, I make my money off my own personal trading. That's what he said. So Carlos was like, okay, so what you saying is, because I do stocks as well, what you're saying is you make your money off your own personal trading. But when it comes to the company, you don't make much of your money off of that because all you do is lend your expertise, meaning you give advice. That's not true. He was sending out screenshots to them people, allegedly, but he was sending out screenshots he was taking them people money saying, hey, I'm gonna invest it. And then if you send $2,500, next week he'll send you a screenshot saying, girl, your $2,500 done turned into $2,750. That allegedly, as far as I understood it, that's the way he was doing it. That's not lending. Expertise would be, hey, you want to learn how to trade? Let me show you how to do it. That's lending expertise. Do you need help as you go along about trading? Hit me up. That's expertise. He was doing the actual trading, allegedly. Allegedly.
that aired on Basketball Wives, and we'll get into the 250 in a second. So when you talked about wanting a job, and Jennifer D. Williams gave the Black Mama head turn, looked at you like,
this about to be a
that's what you saw.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about?
They about to say they was just playing, girl. And Jennifer, that's why I say I'm looking at her side eye. Because Jennifer go out there like, oh, we just be playing because we be doing our YouTube.
I had $1 million liquid. That's different.
Now he's talking about what he owns and how much he's worth. Look.
My net worth?
Yeah.
My net worth,
yeah, think about it.
About $6 million.
Do you guys know what net worth is? Those are your assets: houses, cars, buildings, businesses, anything that you can physically go and touch. That's net worth. So typically a person's net worth is much more than what they have in the bank. That's liquid cash. So what he's saying is he has $6 million worth of net worth, but he lives in an apartment with Jennifer. What? You saying you have a $6 million net worth, but you had to move in Jen's apartment? At $6 million worth of net worth, you gotta at least have one fire-ass house somewhere, huh? And $1 million worth of liquid cash in the bank. But he's trying to say he had it before Jennifer, so nobody can corroborate it. Look.
And this is investment, just not even just trading. You know what I mean? And
investment in what?
Is that a lot? No, it's not.
That's a lot, Christian.
I've made, and I'm going to be very transparent. Before I started this group, I made $1 million and had $1 million liquid. Babe, you know this story. I had $1 million liquid. That's different than your home, your cars, and your depreciating assets. But I made my first $1 million, and what did I do? Buying cars, staying in crazy this is before Jennifer. I'm staying in penthouses, $8,000-9,000 a month. When I met Jennifer, I was paying astronomical money. And I was just like, this is like, when it got to the point of me going through, that's why I always tell people $1 million is not a lot of money. $1 billion is, but $1 million is not a lot of money. You can go buy Lambo, you can go buy whatever, pop bottles in the club, pay for everyone their dinner, their food, because I'm a pleaser. I love to, take people out to dinner, whatever, take care of everyone, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember I ended up with negative 39 cents in my bank account. I flew through it.
Now that I believe, $1 million is not a lot of money. You know how I know? I watched you niggas during the pandemic because I was scared to apply for my PPP loan. I watched you niggas get thousands and thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands, and you niggas was broke in 90 days. So I know $1 million ain't a lot of money when you splurging. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give him that. But other than that, unless you got receipts, Christian Gold, we don't believe you. We don't believe you. He's 30 and he did 7 years, but we don't believe you. Because right now you have a sugar mama, so like you got a sugar mama now. So technically we don't believe nothing you said. We don't believe nothing you said. We just don't. Jennifer, she may not be in on the Ponzi scheme scam, but she definitely in on the scam of scamming us to make us believe this is a real stand-up nigga. Jennifer gonna do whatever she needs to do to make sure this nigga, listen to me, looks like he's doing more than what he's doing so y'all can take it and accept it. Listen, my thing is, I'm so tired of these hoes. Why y'all don't just get y'all a broke-ass nigga and just keep him and say, yeah, he mine, I take care of him, and what? Like, at least Candy said that about Ty. Candy said, if I want to take care of everybody on this couch, I can. Not no more. But that's what Candy said at the time. Just say it, girl. You got this nigga lying talking about how much is my net worth? About $6 million. But back in 95, I had $1 million in cash. But I went through it. Girl, we don't give a mother pluck. We don't care. We don't care. It's all cap, Jennifer. And you in on that scam. The scamming of us, the people. You're scamming us by helping and corroborating him with the bull. This is a scheme Ty set up. A scheme Ty set up. Let me let a little bit more play before we get off of here.
And that was your $1 million liquid.
Liquid.
This is before you met Jen.
Of course.
This is before I met Jen. This is 2021.
Of course.
And one thing always
defines you, Jen.
Well, no, I wouldn't say it defines me, right? But it makes life easier
Got my money.
for sure.
It pays the bills and it gives you experiences for sure.
Yeah. And listen, I like to be comfortable. You know what I mean? And the difference between Christian and I on certain levels, like I'm very much like I'll splurge, we go to Paris. I'm in I'm in heaven. I'm like, I can't wait to drop these bags. I'm going to every store. I'm just like,
as soon as we check in. I mean, no lay down or no change clothes, hit the streets.
Yeah, like that's I love it. That's my vice, right? He has like other vices, but he's not gonna be like, oh yeah, like although he's like into fashion.
Watches are my vice.
Yeah, that's like his vice.
And those are my trophies. This is a yacht master. This is actually a gift.
From who?
This is my 30th birthday gift from your very own
Jennifer. You buying Rolexes?
No. But what was your first gift when we met for Christmas?
A Rollie? Iced out?
No. That's a sunburst. That's a Patek. And I said I've never done this for. I've never went this distance. And the distance.
Let me give you the short of it. That watch on his arm, at least 110, 20,000. The watch on that arm, it ranges from 20 to 60. You do the math. And typically scammers have a way of getting things. You do the math. The watch he said she bought him for his 30th was 100 at least. A yacht master, I looked it up, at least 120K, at least. But the one on her arm can range between 20, 60, 70 tops. 2025, ladies, I think we need to be very selective about who we windmilling for, because a lot of these people just want to be Olivia's. They just want to be lost and turned out. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, I'm over here saying, girl, let it be. I just want to be here to say one thing. When it all comes out that this nigga is a scammer and everybody been warning Jennifer, everybody been telling her this just gonna be me.
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was swearing, but I told y'all niggas.
That's all. Girl, I'm getting off of here. I got Love and Hip Hop coming up. Make sure y'all tune in to that. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I already did the review. I just got to edit it. So give me about an hour or so just to edit it, download it, and then upload it. And then we're going to go from there. I love y'all down to the ground. Shout out to everybody except Jennifer. Okay? With that being said, shout out to everybody who gave me cash apps. Let me make sure I make sure. Oh, cash apps. 2 people sent me a cash app. Hold on. Thank you. Hold on. 50 is fabulous for the cash app. And also thank you, Naughty Love. Thank you for the cash app. Let me see who I forgot over here. Hold on the super chat. B Katrina, thank you for the super chat. Boo, I'm gonna stop you when you start lying. That young lady was in fear. Of course she was. Of course she was. But he don't want to say that because he don't want to look like the bad guy. That's literally what it was. Thank you, Erica Wilkes, for the super chat. And I share a birthday with her ditzy ass. Girl, thank the Lord you ain't her. Thank the Lord it's a birthday twin and not a real one, girl. With that being said, I love y'all. Girl, what is this? Get this off of here. With that being said, I love y'all. I'm going to get off of here, y'all. I'll see y'all in the morning for the jokes for those who know. Also, please make sure y'all like the video if you haven't already. I'm about to joke y'all up out of here and get sane out to outside. It was giving autumn teas today, girl. I felt a little breeze on that sun. It was giving autumn teas today, girl. Is it autumn? Is it the first day of fall? It's giving fall, girl. Anyways, I love y'all. I'm about to get off of here. Peace. See y'all in the morning.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Come on. That's right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. for your B-O-Y. Bend it for you, rockin' for you, lift it up, baby. Mix it with your bossa nut.
Come on, Blaze, so you know.
Drop me a nasty beat.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.